Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the return of the miserably, horribly fake polls. This really started happening when Kamala took over. We started seeing some polls that just did not really add up. And we've got another one here. And then people say, oh, you're just a Trump supporter. You want Trump to win, so you think these polls are fake. No, we can take a look at the internal numbers on these polls, and it's just absurd. How about ABC News? Remember them? They've got it. They had that great poll. What was it? Wisconsin, Biden plus 17. No, no, no. They're a great pollster. Let's see. I mean, they've only got Harris up by 4. National. You add in Kennedy. I guess maybe they started this poll before RFK Jr. dropped out. Goes to Harris plus 5. So I do think RFK Jr. possibly helps Trump by about maybe a point, but again, it depends which state. It's kind of hard to decipher exactly. It's maybe like a quarter of a point to a half point in many of the swing states, which is important. And I did also see just recently a Texas poll that had Trump up by 9. I think that'd be very key if Trump was able to win Texas by 8 or 9, because even though we think Texas is safe for conservatives for years to come, it has gotten closer every election cycle. It has like 4 election cycles, it's gotten closer. So if Trump could expand that back up to 9, I think he went up by like 6 or 7 in 2020. But you can see this is the ABC poll and favorability ratings. Remember back like 4 months ago when we were all very excited that Biden had very similar. I mean, actually, check that. Biden was more unliked in basically all the polls than Trump was. And so here we are. Kamala Harris sitting at plus 3. We remember Kamala Harris 3 months ago, minus 17, minus 18, routinely in approval ratings. You've got all the top liberals saying that they need to kick Kamala out and give Biden a new VP. Nancy Pelosi said in 2023 that she insinuated that she didn't even like Kamala Harris as a VP. But no, in the span of 3 months, Kamala Harris, she's performed 10 open heart surgeries. She saved 30 lives. She's walked on water, and she's improved her approval rating by about 20 points. Of course, that's ridiculous. It's not true at all. If it were, then that would just go to show you the manipulation of mainstream media. And mainstream media still does have a big grip, a big grip over the general public here in the United States, but it's not nearly as much as it was. Let's compare that to Donald Trump. Donald Trump sitting at a crisp, clean 33% approval rating, minus 25. So they're saying in this poll, and by the way, isn't it remarkable? You look at these numbers and you're like, well, listen, if these are the actual numbers where Trump is negative 25 in terms of approval and Harris is plus 3, how the hell is Trump only trailing by 4 points in the head to head aggregate? It doesn't make any sense. And then Waltz and Vance, I guess you could say this is more accurate. Look, when it comes to Waltz, I don't know if people feel bad for him. Look, the thing is, guys, there's a lot of very casual people that don't pay a ton of attention. You pay a little bit of attention, you realize this guy's a big dummy. He's got no business running anything. They didn't vet him at all when they picked him. And it's just like, it's like, oh, he's this big, he just trips over himself. He's like this big fun dad. Meanwhile, he meets with Alex Soros and he lies about everything, all of his record. He doesn't take any accountability for it. They ask him questions. He sidesteps all of it. He gaslights and just blames Republicans and says they're the ones making fun of him. But to the casual person, it's like Waltz is just this big dumb clown who you feel bad for, and that's why he's got a plus 11 approval rating. Vance sitting at minus 12. That's probably not too inaccurate, honestly, with Vance. They were able to label Vance as a woman hater, which he's trying to shake off. I think he'll do well during the debate. I mean, I'm not saying everyone agrees with that, but I'm just saying there was a smear campaign against Vance when he became the VP, and it was at least semi-effective by the mainstream media, because I really haven't seen basically any positive polls on Vance when it comes to his approval rating. They've kind of all been around. I mean, most of them are actually worse than minus 12. Not that the vice president approval rating really matters all that much. But you take a look at this: Harris plus 11, Harris plus 3, Waltz plus 11 versus Trump minus 25, Vance minus 12. That's just not accurate. I'm sorry. You would think, and again, these things, they cost money, so they're like, well, we have to do it. But it's like, you look at these numbers, it's like, maybe this is not too accurate. Maybe we shouldn't release this one. But then you look at the internal numbers, and let's take a look at this. You can see the economy. Who do you trust more? So this is the way you interpret this. You can see on the right is Donald Trump. On the left would be Kamala. So 38% say Kamala, 46% say Trump. That's an advantage by 8 points. I'm not trying to laugh, but it's just funny. It's like you're asking me, who do I want more, Kamala Harris? Do I trust Kamala Harris with the economy? I mean, like, this is ridiculous. We've gotten 25% inflation. What are we talking about here, guys? Come on. Do we want 50% inflation? Maybe people want 50. Look, I understand Democrats are going to say that, but this is just a total lie. Like, you trust Kamala Harris in terms of the economy over Trump. We've had their administration. It's 25% inflation. It's not 3%. That's a rate based off of the previous year. Don't buy that. That's crap. It's 25%. With grocery prices, I think it's 37%, or at least some of the things have gone up by that much. You can see inflation. Inflation 36%. I mean, it just doesn't. I don't know. No. I mean, listen, Democrats are gonna say Harris no matter what, but come on. Healthcare, but like the whole healthcare thing, like who's gonna pay for it? It's just so funny to me. But people trust Kamala Harris more in terms of healthcare, protecting American democracy. It looks like, of course. I mean, no. This one makes sense. Okay. This one makes sense why they would trust Kamala Harris more. I mean, like, she's the most Democratic person ever. She won the primary. Remember when she got like 30 million votes and had all those debates and won the primary in a record fashion, and she's got the support of the people, and she goes out to all these rallies. Oh, wait, that's all. That was Trump. I'm sorry. That was Trump. That was my bad. She actually didn't do anything. She was installed. She didn't win a single vote. But no. She's going to protect the democracy. It makes so much sense. Crime and safety. Oh my God. Remember the liberals saying that you should be allowed to steal, just walk into stores and steal stuff? And that we have to not charge people for crimes because they're homeless, or we can't charge minorities because they're in poverty and things like that. No. We should trust liberals with the crime and safety. They're going to remember. I mean, listen, they do say that crime's gone down. We've actually told all the districts not to report on crime, but no. Crime's gone down. No. You're right. Crime has gone down. Yeah. Immigration. Well, listen, this one, okay. This one, Trump is up by 9. But even this dude, there's no way. Like, that's why these internal numbers are so ridiculous. How is Trump only up by 9 on immigration? She's just copying and pasting the policies. Dude, she has endorsed Trump's immigration plan. She said she wants to build the wall. She's come out. She's like, I approve of Donald Trump's immigration. I mean, that's basically what she said. She said she wants to build the wall. She wants to build the wall. Wait, why didn't Dana Bash ask her about that? God, CNN is such just useless. Or maybe that came after. No, I don't think it came after. I mean, that's one of the most ridiculous things ever. But you can see some of this other stuff. Supreme Court. That's kind of a weird one to throw in there. Gun violence, abortion, obviously, is going to lean heavily. Is abortion going to decide this election? I highly doubt it. I think it's probably the 4th or 5th most important topic to people. And then all this other stuff, Israel, Hamas, people are going to say Trump, race relations, they say Harris, but those two are kind of, well, I mean, I guess a lot of people do care about Israel, Hamas, but just in general, I don't think that's really going to be what a lot of people are voting on. So those things are kind of more towards the bottom. I was trying to find what was the other thing that I wanted to look at in terms of this. More qualified. So they're saying Kamala Harris is more qualified to be president. No, this makes sense. What the American people are saying here is that because Kamala Harris got 0 votes, that makes her more qualified than Trump. No. Now it makes sense. If you get 0 votes, that's the thing. Like, if people get 0 votes, you become super qualified. I understand. I mean, but guys, see how ridiculous this is? Like, what are we doing? You don't even have to be a conservative, like, independents look at this. They're like, this is absurd. Like, these are the internal numbers. They're saying Kamala Harris is more qualified. She was installed as one of the most unlikable VPs we've ever seen. And the only reason she's in this position is because of how bad the president is. Biden, I'm talking about in terms of the debate. If Biden hit it out of the park on the debate, Kamala Harris would be sitting back with a negative 15 approval rating as a VP right now. But that's just where it is. Who do you oh God, who do you trust more? Well, okay, we already went over this. Who do you trust more on the economy? But again, if you're a Democrat, you're gonna say Harris. It is what it is. But those are some of the internal numbers. It just goes to show you, man, how ridiculous this stuff is. Is there an actual to see who's Democrat, who's Republican on this? Did they even poll that? How closely you're following the 2024 presidential race? How likely are you to vote? Um, Vote preference excluding would not vote for. Uh, if Harris, Trump, or someone else, yeah, I don't really see are you a Republican or a Democrat on here. Maybe I'm missing it. But either way, guys, that just goes to show you, I mean, come on, dude. How can you take a poll like this seriously? If these are the actual numbers, then yes, Trump is in deep trouble. But these are not the actual numbers. This is not a good poll. ABC's released several very bad polls, and this is just another one. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.